And so are we. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are back for episode 4. It's been a summer. We are behind on our schedule, and we don't care because we're friends and we like playing with each other. And I don't have anything else to do. But we're here back with episode 4 of Morphs in the Swamp. This is an Animorphs skin done by In the Forefront on Twitter for Blades in the Dark. So we are a very rules light Blades in the Dark game, but we have a good time here. We're just gonna go around. Everyone's gonna introduce themselves or pronouns and characters, and I guess answer the age-old question of 1999 is oh, of course. Nah, that's gonna be too hard. I'll wait for that one. I need to give y'all warning before. Originally, I was gonna be like, "What song are you playing for your prom in 1999? Like to dance to? What do you want your prom theme to be?" But we'll wait for that one when it's actually prom night. So I think instead, what, um, I don't know. Just introduce yourselves. Honestly, I can't think of it. Or you can answer the prom song question. It's up to you. Ollie, you're first.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Robert Alexander Rodriguez. You can call me Ollie. I play Javier, the Prince. Uh, and I don't exactly know what songs were out at the time because I was 6. But was there an Evanescence song out yet? So I'm gonna
Not
go with an.
quite. We
Oh,
were
damn.
very close. Like, you're
I
just short.
yeah.
So, like, they're probably recording their first album right now.
Damn, so
just, just,
close.
just as the Lord of the Rings is filming, Evanescence is also recording. Like, but Linkin, I
Mm,
think Hybrid Theory was out, or it's coming out.
I mean, I don't
Hybrid
think that's a
theory is
prom
out.
song, but I
Yeah,
would
Hybrid
I would
Theory is
have
out. Yeah.
I would have put it in a request on the DJ at least. He would have looked at it and gone, "This is not.
Yeah,
What do you
that
think you
it's
are?"
Yeah.
oh, that's Linkin Park album.
Yep.
I
Like.
definitely didn't write an entire. You know what? Let's not worry about it. It was embarrassing. It's not even my turn to talk. I'm
So what
high.
you're saying is crawling is playing.
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Nice, nice. Rest in peace, Chester Benningfield. Um, anyway, nice. Did you say your character? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
Javier,
cool.
the princiest of princes. I put down in my name here the Principality of Xeon because
Oh,
I
gotcha.
can't stop thinking of Gundam.
Mm,
In my 30 years of life, I have never stopped thinking of.
fair. Cool. Anna, you're up.
Yes, I just bought my first Gundam kit, so wish me luck on that. Um, yeah, Witch from Mercury, because I love that show.
Awesome.
Yeah, I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet, and I play Riley the Estrine, all around band geek and nerd. And I would have to look and see what songs came out in '99 prior to April or May. It's a very, it feels like a very small section of songs that came out, and I don't know
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
Um, I mean, I know mine. Cool. Uh, Nielsen, you're up.
Yep. I'm Nilsson. He, they. I am playing Tony, our Battleborn. Uh, and I was frantically trying to search for a song and didn't find one, so we'll
It's
just
okay.
stand.
Um, Arnica, save us.
Hello, everyone. Lurking in the dark like a hot middle-aged vampire with a bad case of the sulks. It is I, Arnica, also playing our favorite Andalite, Effie. Now, I'm going, what if I grab this whole question thing and take it off the rails and chuck that over there? Because regardless of the fact that it's 1999, the answer will always be it's the last dance at prom. It's Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer, regardless of the fact that at this point the song is 2 years old. The correct question is you
Yes.
have $5 at Wendy's what 7 things are you getting? 1999, you could get so much food at Wendy's. The food in the yellow cups. Children, you weren't old enough. You don't remember everybody leaving the house with $5 in 1999. There were 5 of you all together with some change. Y'all came up with $25, and with $25, you filled the tank with gas. Everybody ate at Wendy's. You all went to the movies, and one of you got a pack of cigarettes at the end of the night, and you split them between everybody.
That is such
It was
an
a
Simpler
beautiful
times.
time. So anyway, the answer is 2 large fries, the brand new spicy chicken sandwich,
Random.
and a Frosty and some cheese. Half your fries go in the cheese, half your fries go in the Frosty. Do not go Frosty then cheese.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Admittedly, I will say that I didn't have Wendy's accessible to me in the town that we're taking place in until 2002. We just didn't have Wendy's. But we had Burger King. And guess what? Back then, Burger King was awesome. Burger King is garbage now. But 1989, Burger King was where you, for them chicken sandwiches. I know chicken sandwich at Burger King, but it was like a foot long. Like, not. It's great, wonderful.
Oh God, that fucking sandwich.
The
That sandwich made my summer miserable.
May I make a quick addendum?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's up for non-blondes? Because I feel like Javier, despite being a pretty cis man, is a very lesbian woman most of the time because of just his mothers.
He's sapphic, and I honestly think that he's a non-binary egg.
I mean, he doesn't even know what those words mean anymore. So we'll see. We'll see what happens when he's like in his 20s.
I don't know if I buy that Javier is cis. He has way too much time in the bodies of lesbians.
He really does. He spends most of his time as a lesbian.
Look, you get a really interesting little boy when you have a specific, like, fairly masculine little boy raised by nothing but women, especially if he's a big boy. You get a really interesting creature.
It's very
So I just recognize Javier. I'm like, yeah, no, I recognize that. He's so cute. Look at him. Yeah, you gonna kick their asses, aren't you?
That being said, hey everyone, I'm Val. I'm a storyteller. I use any and all pronouns. The answer to probably both the questions is one, I didn't have a Wendy's back in 1999, so I don't know. But it'd probably be like 5 Frosties because I love chocolate Frosties. If I ever went to Baton Rouge or New Orleans, I was able to get one. But to the song, it came out later in the previous year, but the clear answer is Iris by Goo Goo Dolls for me, because it is my favorite song of all time. And then it was probably Don't Miss a Thing by Aerosmith, because that also was summer blockbuster, but that was the theme of your homecoming, so we can't reuse it. That being said, a couple of things here. You will check chat. There are content warnings. If you're not watching us live, though, I will say those here. This actual play deals with the horrors of guerrilla warfare, child soldiers, body horror, infestation, slavery, colonization, loss of agency, sentient parasites, phobias present in Louisiana during 1990, abuse of the mentally ill, and Dick Cheney. Like, maybe not today. I don't think Dick's in the picture today, but he has made an appearance. And I've told my group here, and I'm going to let all of you know, that Dick Cheney, I'm not giving him the excuse of being infested by a yerk to be an evil bastard. That's just who he is. So he doesn't get a free pass like, oh, he was infested. No, he was not.
No.
Kind of thing. So we're not going to placate that piece of shit. Sorry. I'm American. I have free speech. And on top of all of that, this is a viewer affected game. You can affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations. Every 100 biddies equals a reroll. Subscriptions equal to an added dice to a roll. You can donate through Coffee or Streamlabs to give ideas to me, the Game Master. It is a sliding scale. The more you donate, the more effective. Yes, sir. It can. He is so vocal. like Yeah? Okay. He wants to talk to us. All the suggestions of the GMs are at our discretions. We do not cross our lines and veils here. We have our safety tools that we are keeping track of. And I would also like to, please, if you can, donate, sub, or whatever, please do that, because I'm broke as shit. Because you see that loudmouth piece of shit right there? He is not okay. He has an enlarged heart, which means he needs to see a cardiologist before he can get his life-saving surgery for his teeth. Because his teeth are infected with a virus that could kill him. But also, he has an enlarged heart. And it's going to cost me probably another $4,000. So please, look at this asshole and help me save his life, because the entirety of my mental health is dependent on him. So, but yes, my kitty is having some medical issues, and there is a coffee post about it and an update if you want to look into it. But and I also will recognize all direct donations equivalent to bits and subs. Direct donations help me the most, but subs and bits also help. That being said, let's get started. Last time, you guys made a plan to kidnap Dr. Amelia Kadir, the wife of the widow, specifically the widow of your former school counselor, who was a subvisor. She is infested with the Yerk voluntarily. She seems to have she is heading a project for voluntarily infesting the mentally ill in this area. We don't know who is not so much heading. She is this liaison, somehow connected to Dick Cheney, which is weird. But your current plan is to kidnap her, and we rolled our and impersonate her while the Yerk is starved in her brain. One of you will probably morph a child, her to take care of her kid. But yeah, there's y'all rolled. Y'all are in a controlled, I believe, situation from what I remember. I don't think it was a risky situation, so y'all are going into this relatively easily, and that's how we're starting off, is straight into the mission phase of Blades in the Dark. So, what's up, y'all? We're in a mission.
So, because the only time I play Blades in the Dark is with you, the mission phase.
Mm-hmm.
Do we just go into it?
You just go into it.
Okay.
You're starting the scene. And you can start it, I believe the original plan is to flood the building that they do the soup kitchen. She volunteers at the soup kitchen, is to flood that building with like the sprinklers and whatnot, so that she is at home. I think I believe was your plan, so that she didn't leave her home that day, and thus y'all were gonna snack her at home. But yeah.
So as we jump into the mission, have we already flooded the
No.
soup kitchen? No.
If y'all had
Okay.
rolled a crit, that would have been that would have already succeeded. So y'all do have the diversion is the first step that y'all have to go through.
I guess who is on flood duty? Who's on lookout?
I have a lot of human morphs, and I can also mix my face around, so I can get in there and start tampering
Okay.
without too much trouble.
All right. You want to break into this building and get it going?
Yeah. So I mean, it's a soup kitchen, right? So it's not like
yeah. So it's like it's just a community building that has a kitchen in it for these sorts of things. I mean, it does lock at night, sort of thing. But yeah, so you just have to. What are you rolling to break in? How are you breaking in? What are you rolling? What's going on?
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. I understand the game and I understand how it plays now.
Yeah.
I'm
been a
going
while.
to use my ability to turn into other people, but specifically the one that lets me mix features, so
Okay.
I can look like an ambiguous, no matter what, at least 70% lesbian woman, because that's most of my morphs. And then I want to like rough up my clothes so I look moderately homeless and just
Okay.
walk in.
It
Uh
is locked.
oh, it's not during those daytime times?
You okay? So sorry to. Are you doing it during the day while it's happening, or are you doing it the night before so that it is already flooded so it doesn't open at all?
Uh
It's up to you how you want to do it. I didn't realize what y'all. That's for y'all to figure it out.
Oh, I think we
I
need to do it the night before if we want to catch her at home.
uh well, I mean, she would be going home anyways, and we might be able to monitor her easier if we make her go home. Uh so I think I'm gonna go daytime because that'll have the easiest access with the
Okay.
way where I'm doing it right now. And yeah, I'm just going to walk in and make my way to geez. I'm gonna go with the whatever bathroom is the most broken
The most
looking.
broken bathroom.
Yeah, the most bathroom no one uses. And uh I think I'm just gonna try to I'm assuming it's one of those like no tank pressure uh kind of toilets.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to uh unscrew that and keep the plunger down, hold not hold but cinch the plunger down so that it just constantly gushes out obscene amounts of water.
Okay. What are you gonna roll for that then?
Yes, that is gonna be I don't have my sheet up. Dang me, I thought I was so ready. Uh, but I was hoping I could do since I'm in the bathroom that no one's in, take a few minutes to morph into my gorilla and do wreck because I have two. And I'm breaking plumbing.
All right. So, um, first of all, you got to make sure that nobody else is in the bathroom. So there is that.
Yes.
Or
Solid.
chase everybody else from the bathroom. Go ahead and give me a roll first to either get everyone out the bathroom or wait until it's empty. It's kind of depending on what you're wanting to do.
Okay. Um, I think I'm going to go with uh get everyone out of the bathroom
Mm-hmm.
via the uh method of well, this always worked at my old school where if you walk down the hall down the stairs in the uh complex in the parking complex, there would just be a person shitting in the stairs. And usually people just walked away. So I'm going to
So,
just
so you're just gonna. Yeah, but what is the roll for that? Is
yeah,
what I'm
that's a
asking you.
thing. That's I'm trying to figure that out because that's an insane thing.
I would also like to point out that you don't have to actually do that as much as you could just say that you're gonna do that to
Yeah, yeah,
everyone in
yeah.
the bathroom to get them to vacate.
I
Alright.
mean, I'm gonna have to stand with Ollie on this one. Nah, if you've never really, I've stayed at the shelter. I've been at the Ollie gonna have to drop that Duke on the
Or at
stairs.
least
There
drop your
will
pants.
no
So
Ollie gonna have to drop that Duke on the stairs before people will leave.
I'm gonna do command and basically
okay.
just
No,
like
please don't.
run in. I have to poop. I have to poop. Oh my God. Just start
it's
undoing my pants
it's
and
coming. I can't stop. Go ahead
It's
and roll
turtling.
command, please.
No, that's a double six. This is the dumbest thing to crit on. This is the dumbest thing to crit on.
So yeah, so this was a controlled standard situation. And you did hold on, what does crits it works. So you don't have to
People
fucking
leave.
worry. It works.
Cool.
But I'm seeing if there's any retroactive effects for the double crit, because again, it has been some time since I've done this one. I think if y'all weren't in a control position, it would definitely would have brought you to a control position. But I believe y'all are already, because y'all are already in a control position. I don't think you get this is actually what's gonna happen. It works so well that I'm not gonna make you roll for the next action that you want to take. It's just both actions happen.
Cool.
Because you are just not, no one is gonna bother you. Everybody has vacated as soon as you say that and you drop those drawers. Every person in that bathroom is just like, I don't want to be here for this. And they, not only do they leave, somebody will stand in front of the door so that nobody goes in. like you will not
Awesome.
be disturbed, and any strange noises that come out, everyone's gonna mind their business.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hate that that's what I crit on, but all right, here we go. At this point, he morphs into his gorilla so he can unscrew the plumbing
Mm-hmm.
and sabotage it. And the person outside the door just hears grunting that becomes truly demonic as he becomes now a gorilla.
I would even say you don't have to unscrew it. As a gorilla, you can just
Just
rip the commode out of you can rip all of the commodes out if
oh yeah.
you want.
Yep. Is there a window in here at all?
Yes, it's not gorilla size, but there is a window.
Fair. I do have a mouse. I'm going to leave not through the door. I don't want to be seen
You're just
anymore.
gonna mouse your way out of there.
I'm just gonna take a few minutes to morph back and be like, I'm gonna drown. Oh well, and then mouse my way out.
Wonderful. The you kind of get out, and where are the rest of y'all while all of this is happening? Are y'all just like crowing it up, like on the lines? Like, what's going on?
I think Riley is watching the house, as
The
we have to
house?
have someone there ready.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so Riley's at the house. What about the other two?
I'd probably be there at, yeah, not crow because I don't have one, but a pine warbler chilling around.
Just a little burb, just hanging out.
Yep, just being a burb.
Just being a burb. And what about you, Arnica? Who are you with?
I am. Did we drive or did we fly?
That's up to y'all. Did you drive or you fly?
I know. I'm asking I'm
Probably.
asking everyone else.
Javier's the one who'd be able.
That's why I'm asking.
I can't imagine we drove.
Am I going around being visibly Javier, not doing
No.
anything? Look at me. Look at me
Definitely.
walking around, not flooding a place. I just feel like every so often it should be nice to have a visibly Javier walking by, eating a hot dog, minding his own business, not doing anything illegal.
Maybe not at these particular locations, but I do appreciate the mindset.
Effie
also,
made a
like-
strong argument though, mostly because she wanted to hit that 7-Eleven across the street. She wanted a hot dog so bad. Know that I wasted a minute of our time trying to argue that I should provide cover.
You're at the
by
7
eating a hot dog.
If you're the two of you are backing up Javier at the soup kitchen, Dog Mitri will be with you, Riley, to give you an extra pair of eyes. His bird morph is also just an owl, so he's hanging out as an owl. He has not found a crow to turn into. Everybody who is currently in morph though right now and has not done a full-on change, please mark 1 on your clock. For your morph clocks, please. So, it takes a couple minutes for things to like start to, before the chaos starts to ensue. and there's no such thing as like a flood alarm, but the fire alarm is pulled because of this, and for good reason, because when something is flooding, the fire department does actually need to come over, turn off electricity, make sure that a fire doesn't start. The alarm is pulled, and the entirety of the soup kitchen is vacated. And it's around this time, Tony, you notice in your wobbler form, you see Mrs. Kadir. She has just driven to the building. She hasn't even started yet, and she has her car seat with her. And she's kind of starting to unstrap her kid, and she stops and she looks and she sees everybody leaving, and she's like, okay, that is not, and starts to strap back in, and head back home. Are there any actions that you or Arnica want to take since y'all are in this particular scene?
How much stress was our group thing? To send messages at a distance?
It's just one, I think.
It's just one. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll take that then to give Riley and Dogmetri a heads up.
Cool. You guys received the message.
Yeah.
No roll.
Which also means their house is empty completely.
Yeah, I think Riley looks at Dogmetri. Time to go inside.
He gives an owl nod. How are you? We'll go ahead and get your action to break into her house. I'm assuming that's what you're doing. How do you go about this?
I am thinking. Let me double check my morphs so I remember. Yeah, I have a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
I think while we've been watching the house, I'm kind of searching for an entrance, a mouse entrance, and I want to get inside. And I'll switch morphs once I'm inside.
Have an advantage because you have a cohort with you.
Okay.
For that.
My mouse gives me skirmish, which I don't think helps with this. I don't know why I took skirmish on the mouse. I really don't. That was season 1, Riley making questionable decisions. I'm thinking study, probably.
Yeah, study could work.
And advantage is
an extra d6.
An extra d6. There is a 6 in there.
All right, that is a success. And because of that success, you find, not only do you find a place to get inside, Dogmetri is going to stay outside as your ears outside. And he's going to send you a message and be like, hey, saw movement inside the house.
Yeah, he gets back, not even words, just pure frustration through a mind message. Wait, did you see where?
Main room, bay windows.
Can I sneak in and see what I see?
That will be another roll.
Mm-hmm.
And you are inside, so you don't get advantage to this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what this would be.
A prowl, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not great at prowl. I have 1.
You're controlled, a controlled standard, at this point, still.
Okay. Yeah, I'll prowl and just roll 1 die.
Okay.
That's a 5.
It's a 5. It is a success, with some consequences. You are able to, as you're sort of peeking around, it seems incredibly quiet at first. And you're sort of underneath the furniture, like, you don't really, like, see anybody at first, but it's not an anybody. You see it, and she sees you at the same time, is this beautiful, fluffy, white Persian cat. And we're gonna just do a quick cut in this moment over to Arnica so that Effie can get a turn in what she would like to do in this moment. You are at the soup kitchen there's Javier mousing his way out. There is you got Tony warbling on the lines, and you are across the street at the Texaco. We don't have 7-Elevens, we have Texacos. You're across the street at the Texaco, getting a hot dog.
I was about to say I'm absolutely not eating a dumpster hot dog. That is not.
No, it's not.
Look.
It's a gas station hot dog, but it's a Texaco hot dog. But it's okay because it's in Louisiana, and we all know Louisiana gas station food is bomb. So...
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But also, I'm a crow, so I am eating it out the dumpster. It's not like I went in the store and bought it.
You are.
So I'm shamefully perched on the dumpster. There is no shame for me. I'm kidding. I have no shame. I'm just sitting on the dumpster eating a hot dog. This is a very normal crow thing. I see the birds eating the foods out of the dumpster all the time. This is very normal. So it's perfectly fine. It doesn't taste as good as when I'm Javier, but also it's still a fucking hot dog.
Yeah.
So I watch the lady's car pull out, and I hear Tony send out the message to Riley, and I'm just sitting there. I'm waiting for Javier. I'm waiting. It takes me a minute to realize that just the little mouse that's like just over there. So there's a tiny mouse and a tiny warbler, and it's only because the mouse is just standing in the daylight that my little eyes can see him, as opposed to him, hiding under something that I realize it's probably Javier. So now here we stand. 3 chuckle fucks. Are we close enough to this lady's house that I can? Because you said we're at half clock, right?
Just
4 out of 8.
You have one tick right now.
Oh, 1 tick out of. Okay, is it 4 or 8 ticks?
It's 6.
It's 6 ticks.
It's 6, 8 for Riley.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 5 ticks. We're close enough that we can fly over there, right?
Yeah. You got it might be like a 10-minute flight at most, as the crow flies, as they say.
Well, as the burdened crow flies, because you see, it's not worth it to try to go behind something and find some quiet place to turn into a slightly bigger bird like an owl to lift Javier. But that's okay. A crow is big enough to lift a mouse.
Yep.
And so I launch myself off the dumpster, and I get almost on top of him before I go, "It's just me!" And whoop.
Just go ahead and give me a roll for it, just to make sure you catch him.
I mean, I hope so. This would be very embarrassing if I accidentally killed Javier by picking him up too hard.
Or just straight up missing and dropping him.
I would suck too. I think Javier as a little mouse stands up on like 2 legs, just like, hey.
I love it when mice do that. Okay, wait, let me roll 2 dice. I'm going to roll finesse, I think.
Finesse, yeah, yes. That works really well.
That sounds right.
I agree.
Oh. So I roll 2d6, and
No.
Well, I got a 1 and a 4.
All right, it is a Gotcha. I believe 4s are still success with consequences. Just double checking.
I think I request Tony. Please help me.
Yep.
I cannot. I am as small as you are as a mouse.
Damn it.
So here it is. It's a minor consequence. With this is that you lift up your little mouse hands, and Effie, you grab onto him and start to take off, and there is just this like little gust of wind, and that little gust of wind has one of his little mouse hands just like let go of your feet, and now he's just hanging by like 1 foot as you're flying. And the consequence is that it's going to take you an extra 5 minutes to get to this house. So by the time y'all get to this house, it'll be closer to 2 ticks than continue with your 1 on your clock for both of you.
Fair.
Sort of thing. It is the, I guess the adversaries. Well, because Tony, you rolled already. Well, you didn't roll. You took a turn, but you didn't roll anything. Do you have anything you want to roll before we, as a turn?
I not right this second. I think I'm just also flying, but
It is now the adversary's turn, and the only adversary that there is right now is Princess, and you see the collar. It is so blingy and fancy, and she's got her little tag, and it says Princess like on it, and she has locked eyes with you, Riley, and it's just like, oh yeah, that looks like fun. And she pounces. So go ahead and roll a body defense for me, please.
Okay, that's fine. I have 4 ticks in my body defense.
Nice.
Damn.
That's what I've been prepping Riley for.
Mouse jujitsu the shit out of this cat.
That is 3 6s.
That is a crit success on not only I think because of crits, if you have any stress, you actually clear it.
Yes,
If I
I
remember
do. I have 2
correctly.
stress. Do I clear 1 or 2 on a crit? I don't
On a
remember.
crit, go ahead and clear both of them. I'll let you clear both of them.
Nice.
Because you got 3. You got Satan's deal
Yeah.
on that one without even having like Hail Satan is helping you. So Monica's like, it's hot. I'm also hot. Here's the thing. This is not a cat that has chased a lot of mice in her life. She doesn't even maybe look at you as food so much as she thinks you're a toy. So she kind of goes in there to try and like bat at you, and you're just like, nope, and you zoom out and go underneath the sofa to escape this cat. And then outside, as you guys are flying towards this house as well, the car beneath you is driving. I would like for y'all to roll, for the 2 of you that are flying, roll me actually a defense roll as well, but more of an attune or a resolve roll to see if y'all want to keep up with her, because she may or may not be going straight home. So resolve roll for me, please.
While they're rolling, I had a question. Do I get the sense that this is a cat, or like, are they acting cat-like, or is this a controller that was left to defend against us specifically? Okay.
This is a pet.
I have to ask.
Yes, this is a cat.
I'm using a new digital roller because I can't see my real dice in the dark, and I hate it. It's cursed. 1 and a 1 and a 3.
1 and a 1 and a 3. And what did you get, Tony?
I got a 4-6-1.
A 4-6-1. Okay, so you are successful in following her, and she does seem to not be going straight home. Effie, especially with your cargo, go ahead and take the 3 stress, because he is heavy, and for a little mouse, he's chunky. And
Wait, did you just say I got to take 3 stress?
You know what? I'll give you 2. I'll give you, per the rules.
No, I could take 3.
You can take 3? Okay. Per the
Yeah,
rules,
but
it
just
would be
barely.
3, because it's minus, your defense rolls is 6 minus your dice roll.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And you
I
are
could take
actually
2 more stress.
because you aren't because you're more concentrated on trying to not drop Javier, you lose the car. And the thing is that you might not exactly know where she lives. Like, you were kind of dependent on following her. You lose the car. Like, she makes a left turn, and you can't. You're like, she's driving. She's actually driving a maroon Jaguar, so it's actually a really nice car. But you miss her. It's gone.
Now look, here's the thing. My little talons are full. Javier is squirming, trying to rebalance himself, which, to be fair, I was coming in. I was gonna come in and grab him from behind. I was aimed for a real specific part of Javier, and then he stood up and gave me his little mouse hands, and I picked him up wrong because the other option was to pick him up too hard, and now we're just awkward. And I could be like, "Ooh, Riley, I am holding Javier dangerously in the air, so we have lost the car so that I do not drop him." But I don't want to admit to Riley that I am about to drop Javier from dangerously high in the air. I don't want to admit to Javier that I'm about to drop him from dangerously high in the air if I don't fucking focus. That seems like a not friendly thing to do. So instead, I am relying on. I have seen the boys do it. I know how it is done. You look real hard at the road and you say, "No, no, I know where I'm going. This is a shortcut. I know this ritual. This is how you get to where you are going when you are lost."
Javier definitely knows how to get there.
In fact, Javier, you're kind of noticing, like, the car turns and you see the car turn, but Effie just keeps flying straight. And just kind of like, whoa, kind of. And now she's lost, and that's like why she's stressed out, is because she's lost, and she's trying to pretend that she's not lost. That's why she has stress.
Effie, where are you going?
We are taking the shortcut. That road turns too many times. We shall fly straight as the crow flies.
You're going south.
Yes.
No! Oh, God.
The wind is not blowing south. This is the shortest of cuts, and it shall keep the wind from buffeting you. You are very squirmy today, Javier.
Because I don't want to die.
I also don't want to die.
Make a 35-degree turn to the right. Please.
I turned the wrong right.
Wrong!
Here's the thing. I think she made a left turn, not a right turn, since you actually turned the right way.
So it takes us a few minutes. It takes us a minute or two.
Actually, this is a really good time for y'all to get back on track. If either of you want to make a roll.
Lord Ollie, please make this roll.
Yeah, I got you.
For directing. So yeah, what are you doing for your role?
On account that, Riley has a pretty awful sense of dread about this place and whatnot. I feel like I'm familiar with the routes and the location. So I'm going to roll, like, survey, as in, like, having looked through the area and prepared and, like, gone with them to, like, whatever. I'm going to roll that to see if I can recall where I am, location to location, sort of thing.
What is your, real quick, what was the stat you were rolling?
Survey.
Okay, and with survey, that would be a controlled standard. Sorry, I need to know, because depending on it could be a not standard roll, it could be a limited roll.
Gotcha. That's 2 4s.
2 4, so you do have some consequences with this. You do have little mouse eyes, so you're not seeing as well, but you do have a decent sense of direction on how things are supposed to go. So you are going in the right direction now. You're able to guide Effie into the right direction. However, you still can't find the car.
Mm-hmm. All right, I can't see her, but I know her house is this way. Past that, that's not a bridge. That's a tree branch. Never mind. That way is the house. I'm
Yeah.
sure of it.
Tony, you are on. You are still with the car because you do not have any issues following it. So you're following the car, and she's actually not going home directly from what you recognize from you've done some
Interesting.
scouting to see where she's at. She's not going home directly. What do you do?
That's fun. I am going to have to stay with and track her. Wow, I have nothing in survey. That's exciting.
You can also roll
Oh!
a hunt.
Pine Warbler actually gave me survey, so they're about
Okay,
the same then.
wonderful. All right, so you're gonna use standard. Excuse me. It'll be controlled standard.
Oh, that's the perfect time for that.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I've succeeded.
You've got no one. um. Unfortunately, it's yeah. And with that one, we're now at a risky situation here. Just to bring all down to speed a little bit, things are a little bit risky now because you, with that one, as you sort of like cut through the nope, I can't do that. As you cut through the trees, like the brush in the suburbs, you run directly into a squirrel's nest. Like, you just like hit it like head on. Like there's like, and you were entangled within this squirrel's nest, in this tree, and it's springtime, so there are baby squirrels in there, and a mama squirrel who is not happy with you, like, sort of thing. Back inside the house, we have Riley, and there is a cat circling this sofa, looking for you. You kind of see sometimes like a big fluffy white paw just come underneath. Like, what are you doing?
So I'm in the living room. How is this house laid out? Is there a door that is closed that I feel like I can like slide under to get away from the cat? Is there someplace else I feel like I can go, or am I kind of stuck with this cat in the living room currently?
If you're looking for another room or place that has something, that's a roll. Anything, it's all rolls. Mission time, it's all rolls. Like,
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of circling this couch, trying to peek out and look every time the cat is somewhere else.
remember, you have things like pushing yourself, devil's bargains, and
Yeah.
flashbacks that you can use. So just remember that.
That is true. I think for now I'm gonna study.
You're gonna study. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a risky standard right now.
Okay, that's a 5.
It is a 5. Okay. So you sort of like peek around, you see, and it's like one of those like 90s style couches where you have like the fold that's over the edge and those little creases between that fabric, between the couch and the floor itself, and you're sort of looking and peeking through, and you see not necessarily like a direct room route, because you could see the hall, you see the entrance to the hall, which is just an open door, and you assume that there's bedrooms in there, but it is a little bit further away. The closest thing you actually do see, however, is this opening in the cupboard, to get, if you, and it's a big like or not even so much the cupboard, but the utility room, where the wash and dryer are. There's a big gap about that big in the door.
About how big?
About an inch and a half.
Okay, so
Yeah.
too small for a cat.
Mm-hmm.
I need a place where I can morph. I don't want to get stuck somewhere from the cat. How far away are the bedrooms? Like, would it be? It would be a stretch making it down that hallway.
It would be a stretch, and we would, yeah, it would be a stretch. You can still try it, and that would be a roll on the cat's turn, kind of thing. So, to take off.
Yeah, I can't afford to get stuck somewhere where I don't have enough room to morph.
Okay.
So I am trying to lead the cat to the other side of the couch and then booking it down the hallway.
Gotcha. Okay. And we will get to that because we still have a turn from Effie. Effie, still kind of lost. Like, you're in the right direction. You don't know you're in the right direction. But you're going, you're not following the car, but you are going to the house.
Now, in my defense, I lost the car, but also I'm trying to take directions from a mouse, and mice don't have great distance vision.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know what the house looks like. I'm kind of trying to scan for dog Mitri, but Lord, he's up underneath something so that he's not just all out visible, a dog where there is no dog supposed to be.
Well, he's
So
actually an owl right now.
Even worse, I'm
He's
not
perched in
looking
the
for an
tree.
owl. I can't see him. He's in the tree. I'm looking for a dog. That makes it even goofier. So I'm looking for a dog. He's an owl. I could call out for help. At this point, both Javier and I can call out for help. But at this point, we're now like co-conspirators in being lost. And now we would both have to admit to Riley that we got lost. And that's not
I
a
will
flex.
admit nothing.
No, we are going to die on this.
Remember how we said
we are definitely siblings because we are going to die on this lie that we know where we're going.
you know how we just said that Javier is slightly, feminine? Not in this case. He's gonna go
No.
full cishet idiot. I am not lost, goddamn.
We are not lost, and we don't need directions, and we definitely don't need to tell Riley that we're lost and need directions. We got this.
That's okay. Dog Meandry got your back if you want to try and find him. You are close enough if you want to direct a thought speak to him, and he can give you, what I can do is that whatever roll you make, you would have, you can add an extra dice because of Dog Mitry's directions or signal to you, but you would still have to roll.
Alright, now how do I do this without admitting I'm lost? Give me a second. Alright. So, we've circled the block like once at this point. I tell we're in the right-ish area because I've got that. I can feel if I don't say anything but just reach for them, I can tell that I don't have to push to contact Dog Mitri. But also, so what I do is we circle once and then I go, what's the best way to circle in so that no one sees us coming? And I'm just gonna follow his voice, but it sounds it sounds like I'm planning and instead of lost.
Well, it's thought speak, so you can't follow his voice. I would like to point out.
But I can. I'll be like, what's the best way? And he'll be like, this way. And I'll be like, which way? And he'll give me some instructions. I'll be like, yeah, no, gotcha.
Yeah, so he's gonna kind of give you instructions. He's like, oh, are you coming in from the north, the east, the south? Which way are you coming in from? You're lucky he's a little stupid. Like, he is the epitome of it. It's a good thing he's pretty, kind of boy. So.
That's a great question. What direction am I coming in from? I go. You know what? Actually, crows tend to have a really good sense of direction. I probably do know what direction I'm coming in from, which is the wrong direction. But surely he doesn't know this. I'll be like, I've circled around. I'm coming in from. I don't know, Val. Am I coming in? Let's say I'm coming in from the west because I don't.
Coming in from the west. You can tell because of the sun. He's like, oh yeah, and he starts to kind of give you. He's like, there's like this kind of coverage. There was a squirrel nest over here, so don't run into it. And he gives you some directions to give you an advantage to you finding the place, an extra dice. So if you would like to go ahead and roll me something.
All right. Let's see. Gonna. Oh, what the fuck am I rolling? Study, survey.
I would suggest a survey or a study. Survey would give you standard results. Study would give you
Lord,
augmented results.
All right. A survey. If I'm getting a bonus, then that gives me a 2 because I have a 1 on my survey. I should really up that. Yes, are you fucking kidding me? Double sixes
Another crit
for
from
following
you.
instructions.
Listen, the thing you don't
I'll
even
take it.
have to like you circle, and you don't even quite understand the directions because it's all over the place. But it doesn't matter because your crow is so in tune to the world and this area, and the eyesight during the day is fairly good. You just see this big old great horned owl just like kind of sitting on the roof of it's not on like a car or anything because she has her car with her and she sold her husband's car, but he is on he's just kind of hanging out on the seat of a lawnmower that was left out in the neighbor's yard, just out in the open. It doesn't matter to him. Like, he's a big gray flag like kind of thing. And he's like, Riley's not alone in there as you land next to him. And with that, we're going to go back inside of the house. And Riley, let's go ahead and roll that body resistance as you take off into the dark hallway to find a room that the cat can't get into. And it's having a great time. So...
Glad I could provide it entertainment. But if I have to roll anything, body resistance is what I want to roll. There is a 6 in there, which is good because the rest were terrible.
Yeah. So you, which by the way, with that crit, it's actually we're controlled again.
Awesome.
So you take off, and it takes a moment. The cat is on the other side of the sofa, so it sees you like escape, and she like hops on top of the couch and runs to the end of the couch, and by the time she runs to the end of the couch, you have taken like a full turn into the hallway, and she has not seen you or where you have gone, and she's looking around. You hear her little bells jingle on her collar, like, what's going on kind of thing. Where is it? So you have evaded this cat. Everybody, at the end of this round, please, if you are in morph, mark a tick on your clocks.
Got it.
Okay, we're back at the top of the rounds here, and I believe Javier is our first go-getter with, Actually, I'm gonna do this just because Tony is kind of in, like, a different scene than y'all. We'll do Tony first, because the two of y'all are next to each other with Dogmetry, so we'll go to Tony first, if that's cool. Tony, you're in a squirrel's nest.
Yeah. No, sorry. Trying to think of what would be. Let's just try to wreck and try and break enough that I can fly back out for now.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll me a wreck to try and get out of the next, which is your little pine warble.
Oh, that's not as bad as it could be. 2, 3, and 5.
A 2, 3, and a 5. A 5 is success with a minor consequence. You are able to get out of the nest, but it is not quite very easy, so I'm going to give you a stress for your minor consequence on that. But you do get out without like toppling the nest over, so the baby squirrels don't fall to their doom. And the mama just kind of like chitters at you all sword in the stone style, like, you know, raises her fists and it's like, not really, but that's what it kind of looks like in my head as you're able to detangle yourself and fly away, sort of thing. But you have lost the car. But you do know where her house is, so you can, on your next turn, either look for the car or just fly towards the house. But that was your role in that manner. So now we'll go to Javier and Effie. Y'all are outside with Dog Mitri. And Riley's inside, and Dog Mitri has just told y'all that Riley is not alone inside that house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put Javier down real fast for he turned.
Yeah. So first of all, I only a couple clicks on my clock left. So being a mouse, I can't be very helpful. So I am gonna morph.
Okay.
I'm gonna morph into Visser One's
I'm gonna point
host.
this out to you just real quick. You are
Yeah, it takes.
outside in the suburbs.
I was about to say, aren't we still in the yard?
So
Right.
to find a safe place to turn is going to is there could be consequences if you can't find a safe place to turn.
Sounds good.
What I will say, Dog Mitri does know where Riley went inside, so he can tell you where to get inside the house as a mouse.
Okay, yeah. I'll follow his lead and let have
Yeah.
quicker access in.
Yeah, so you can get access to the house without a roll. But what are you gonna do while you're in here?
I'm immediately going to start morphing out.
Just morphing.
Yeah, I have to get out of the mouse form.
You you pop in, and you just immediately begin to demorph. There's a very wide-eyed, confused cat looking at you as you are doing this, and just sort of fluffs up, like, cause it's like, oh, that's the mouse that I was gonna go after, but
well, I'm halfway
now it's turning
between
into a person, and it's kind of scared.
yeah, somewhere between mouse and human, somewhere in the middle morph. I'm gonna add him.
Go ahead and roll for that. Try to scare it away.
Okay. Is that a command sway? Like, what do you think?
Whatever a command would be. I
Yeah.
would say the standard sway would be the limited.
Yeah, I'll go with command.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3 and a 6. I yelled at him.
The cat just sort of like scrambles off and like goes into like it has a cat tree, but it has a little house at the bottom of the cat tree. Like goes into that cat tree to hide. It's a bush dweller.
Then while that's happening, I guess I'm going to just. I don't have mind speak anymore, and whatever. But I'm just gonna let it be known. I'm not gonna say her name. I'm here, and I'm going to start morphing into Visser One. I can turn into their host.
When did you acquire
that? Wasn't it before we went to the back in time, or was it during while we were back in time?
It was during. It was during.
Damn
so
it!
You don't
I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, you don't get it. Yeah.
That would have been so funny.
Those are gone, along with your giant beavers, which I wish I could keep, but that's the rules of the world.
In that case, I'm gonna morph into Effie.
Into the Andalite, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're an Andalite gang. We gotta represent.
Yeah. It's a good choice, and your clock starts over when you morph, and that's fine.
Also, she walks around with my dick out all the time, so it's only fair.
It's true. All the time. We've also established that Andalites are insects, so
Perfect.
highly
Delightful.
advanced, warm-blooded insects. But
don't like any of that.
But they have 6 limbs. Like, what do you... So
I'll figure it out.
cool. And Riley, we'll go ahead and go to you. Just find a place to demorph. You hear Javier scream. Not scream, but just call out that he's here. Anything you're doing while either still a mouse, as a person, what's the plan?
Before I demorph,
Mm-hmm.
I will kind of thought speak. I'm looking for a room that is not the nursery because nurseries usually have baby monitors.
Mm-hmm.
And I worry that there's a video camera because Riley's trying to be smart about this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for a room that is not the nursery to demorph,
Party.
but thought speak out to Javier because I heard his voice, right? His human voice.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Dimitri said there was someone in here.
There's a cat. Did you let it see you?
Well, it saw me halfway between a mouse and a man. So
The cat just kind of peek around its house and like goes back in, absolutely terrified.
There's
like,
a long.
There's not enough catnip in this world for this.
There's a long stretch of silence, and then cats have memories that can be accessed.
Okay. I'm Effie right now, so I'll take care of it.
No, bring it with us. Do not. Javier, please don't kill the cat.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna killing the cat because pet death is not okay. But it's okay to talk about it. You tried.
Can I put it in a box for easier carry?
You could probably at some point find its pet carrier and put it in there for sure.
Can we have a 1 minute like comedy skit routine of a centaur alien trying to get a cat in a cat carrier?
You know what? I'm just normally these are turns, but we're kind of like in like a more like settled area of this. In a controlled position, so I'm gonna let you. This is actually gonna be a defense roll on your part because I don't know if you've ever tried to catch a terrified cat before.
A cat that is seeing demons.
A cat that is seeing demons. But you have to roll a body defense for this, as you, as an Andalite, attempt to wrangle this cat. To put in, we'll even say its box is out there for you. That's not the problem. The problem is that this is a cat. This we all read The Visitor, okay? Go ahead, roll body defense for me.
All right. So, first one is a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is a 3,
Mm-hmm.
and last one. That's a 6, baby.
Cool. So you don't take any stress or injuries as you're able to.
Can I take one for being stupid? Because goddamn, that was a dumb joke. That became a problem. I deserve to be punished for that.
I personally wish you would have had consequences for this. I just wish in my heart that you would have failed at this.
I deserved it. You're right. Yeah.
It. But as an Andalite, you sort of have quicker reflexes as a person, and so as the cat tries to it sees you coming, and as it sort of tries to bolt between your 4 legs to leave, you just reach down and scruff it by the neck, and you're able to catch her without any consequences, unfortunately.
All right.
I wanted to give you an injury and everything. I needed to infect you with cat scratch fever.
It would have been the only reasonable thing. I make a mockery of all things. Okay. I'm sorry.
I still have plenty of chances.
Yeah, I just let Ryan know. Secondary target has been acquired.
There's just a roll of Riley's eyes. I'm finding a room where I think I have a bit of privacy, and if there's a bed, that I feel like I can fit under as a human, I will go under it and morph.
Yeah, there's a bed that you could fit under as a human. So, for
Because
sure.
we normally the ski masks that we have, are they tight enough that we can morph with them or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. They're tight enough that you can morph with them. So you just had a ski mask on.
Yeah,
and
I
we'll
think
even say, Javier, like, I will do a 0 flashback to say that, 0 stress flashback that everybody had ski mask on their person so that they could morph with it, sort of thing. Cool. They're tight enough. Cool. So, let's go real quick now to Effie's outside with Dog Mitri. Tony and the car have not shown up yet. And Riley, when you were thought speaking to Javier, were you thought speaking broadcasting about the cat, or did you just say it directly to him?
I would have broadcast to
Cool.
those who I thought were around, yeah.
Alright. So y'all know that it's not a person, that it was a cat that was inside. Dog Mitri flies over to you, Effie. Should be nice if they just open the door for us. Like...
I think I wave him over to like the window, so it doesn't look like something just opens the door for a bird to walk in. Maybe it's a little more hidden.
Okay. Yeah. They open the window, Effie and Dog Mitri, for the two of y'all, like a back window if y'all want to fly in and set up in there.
Okay. Because I tumbled through that window real quick because that crow is the smallest morph I have, is what I was realizing in horror as I was scrolling through my thing, going, all right, how am I going to sneak into the house? Oh no. Oh no, I'm an alligator. I'm a snapping turtle. I'm a deer. I'm Javier. Fuck me. This is my smallest dude. So
Luckily,
Effie is
you're smaller than the owl. The owl kind of gets over there and he's like, can you open the window more? Like...
all right. I just popped through the window as it is, and which is good because gosh, I had a plan involving falling through the chimney flue, and I was terrified I was gonna die in there. So thank you for opening the window because I was about 30 seconds from going up on the roof and doing the Santa Claus skit. Um, And
Yeah.
so Effie stands up and she shakes herself out into herself as well. Because Andalite gang. Cool.
And the like gang.
So now we're just kind of standing there. Just me and me. What a good looking room this is. What
Yeah,
an
and Dog
excellent
Mitri
looking room
demorphs
this is.
and is a dog. Because here's the thing, if it's just an Nothlet demorphing, it doesn't reveal anything. So, and he's like, oh, there's a cat here.
I put the cat on a higher shelf.
And he's like, so when Tony and I stay here, we can be the lady and the cat. Nice. Tony, we'll go ahead and get to you before our break to see what your plan is. Do you plan on just going to the house, or do you plan on trying to find her where this car went?
I am going to try and find where the car went.
Okay.
But first, I do not have the rules for that. So check out during our break if I have to take another stress.
What are you looking? You're muted, so I didn't get the end of that.
They muted halfway through.
Yeah, you muted halfway through what you were saying.
Yeah, sorry. Apparently, when I switched windows, it decided to mute.
Okay.
I'm gonna send another message to all of them mentioning that I lost the car, but she wasn't headed home, and I'm gonna try to find it again.
Okay.
And
so
then I
take the
will.
stress for the long distance. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then I will do that.
Yep. Y'all are in a controlled situation. So, what are you rolling?
I am going to roll hunt.
Good job. I say that'll put you in a standard position as well, for sure.
All right. And I believe I have an extra D6. I was trying to pull that up and missed it, but if so, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, let's see real quick. Yeah, you have 3 of them actually, so you have 2 now.
Cool. Oh, and thing I did because that's a 2 and a 6.
A 2 and a 6, wonderful. So with a 6, a maroon colored jaguar is fairly easy to find, especially when it's parked. You see that she is actually drove instead to a little bit of a small grocer, like a local grocer, and she has decided to pick up groceries for her dinner tonight, sort of thing. And she's just she's picking out some stuff there, but you you know what's happening. You know where she's at. She is probably about a mile away road-wise from here. And Mark, if y'all are in Morph, regardless of what Morph you're in right now, please mark the tick if you on your clock. If you are not, don't worry about it. Thank you very much, Raiders, for coming in. We're watching some Animorphs. Please check the content warnings. And we're actually going on break right now. We're taking a 10-minute break about. Sometimes we'll take 15. And we will see. We're pretty well set up to kidnap this woman.
And the baby.
And the baby. So,
And the cat.
and the cat.
Like, we're not
this
leaving
entire
anyone
household
behind.
hostage.
I promise. We're taking care of the
Kidnapping
whole
everybody up in here.
family.
Yeah, this entire household hostage. But we're going to take our break, so everybody please stretch, get some bios, go get y'all some drinks, hydrate, or die straight, whichever you prefer. And we will see you back here in about 10 minutes or so. How about wave? Hot. So are we? Hi, everyone. We're back for the second half of this mission. We have everybody except for Tony has infiltrated the inside of Dr. Amelia Kadir's home. They have secured the cat. And Dr. Amelia is gathering groceries before she returns to the house. And y'all were informed of this. Is there anything y'all would like to do that are inside of the house to prepare? Like, what roles are y'all gonna do to prepare for when she and her child walks through that door?
I'm gonna morph
Mm-hmm.
into a Hork-Bajir
Okay.
because we need a position of strength to pull this off without too much trouble. Yeah, so I'm going straight Hork-Bajir.
All right. Your Hork-Bajir just gonna be one in her house. We have 2 Andalites in her house and a German Shepherd.
I do, once I'm morphed, I do want to, if there's an office, look through what's there. Is there anything that might be helpful for us?
Yeah, go ahead and look. Do a roll. Your controlled standard position right now.
Study?
Yeah, you can do a study. Sounds good.
It's double 6s.
Double 6s. You're looking around in the office in the paperwork. And what do you have any specifics, like helpful specifics? Because I have some general stuff that I'll give you for that crypt, but do you have anything specific you are looking for that you want?
More information about the parts of the document that we didn't get the last time, because we only got half of that. Yeah.
It's just
the other half, or just related things that might fill in some of the holes we have.
Crit, it is just straight up there.
Awesome.
The other thing that you notice, because she has bills and other things signed, you're gonna take a note with that crit, because you know her has Amelia. Everything is signed Celeste.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Anything else that y'all would like to do for this preparation before she comes in?
Yeah. What around here looks like something moderately valuable that a cat can also knock over into the hallway? Because I want her to be a thing that she like opens the door, sees something ruined, and goes, ah, fuck, and like comes in far enough that we can pounce.
Right, to get her away from the door. So okay.
Exactly.
You don't want it right next in front of the door. You want it a little bit further out. Yeah, just do a quick survey for me. I'm gonna say that this is a survey roll to see what you find.
Yeah. It's the only insight that I've really trained at all, so that's good. That's a 5.
That's a 5. You look around and there's nothing that looks like it would have been like direct. It's almost like she has a cat and she knows. There's nothing on higher shelves in this room that looks like it would not be there suspiciously if it knocked over. But you do find in as you go and sort of look into like one of the other rooms, into like one of the dens, there is a collection of porcelain dolls.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm just gonna place one neatly in the hallway, as if it got dragged around.
Gotcha. Not broken, just dragged.
Yeah. I mean, there might be a broken one somewhere else. She doesn't know.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Or it might stomp on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
How nice is it? Is stomping on it seem excessively rude?
On this lady's porcelain doll collection. Like, it depends on whether Javier would care or not. If
He super doesn't care. He stomps on that shit.
he just
Fucking butt.
Andalites like caves in like this porcelain doll's face.
Yeah. He's
Kind
just like
of thing. The
you're
consequence
possibly
is when you like move your eye stalk. When you stomp on it's not it's a consequence, but you just see like whenever you like stomp on it, it has like a little card inside of it that shows, and it is about 100 years old. Um, and she has a picture of herself also on the mantle. Uh, it's just a screenshot from the Antique Roadshow, with a check. Well, not a check, but like the subtitles that this is like a $200,000 doll that you have just destroyed. So it's okay. You find it
uh,
after you stomp it in the face. I just want you to realize that you just that was like her kid's college fund.
well,
Anyway,
Look, if the Yerks take
uh,
over the planet, her kid ain't going to college.
that's true. That is true. That is true. Um,
I think I'll just let everybody know like the general idea of that, and also, before we leave, we might want to loot the porcelain dolls. We might have a good amount of funds available for our missions.
so,
Effie goes into the den, starts sorting through the dolls because I mean it's out of the direct line of sight of the door
it
anyway.
is.
And so since I have to hide, and Javier did say to go look at the dolls, fuck it. She's taking him seriously. She's in there sorting through she's looking at the dolls.
Let's
Does
make
she
some
know what she's
money.
looking at? No, but she's got two of them and she's doing kind of this thing. Something to do. She's nervous. She's never kidnapped a human being before.
Mm-hmm. Just look. First of all, Effie, it's kind of weird. Like,
So weird.
it's a little weird, but that she has this collection. You know, people collect things, and hers is porcelain dolls. Apparently, I was thinking about like the My Precious figurines, but I was like, she's got porcelain dolls. Like,
I mean, dolls are weird. Nobody in the base plays with dolls. I have not held a doll. This is a tiny fake human. It its
made of
proportions
glass.
are so wrong.
So, like, you're not even supposed to play with it because it's made of glass. Here's the thing with porcelain dolls: their bodies aren't made of glass. They're just sort of like this floppy thing. It's just their head and their little hands and feet that are made of glass, which is even weirder. Okay.
Well,
I will say,
like
from someone who
Effie
works
doesn't
with
know what a doll is.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Riley.
as someone who works with museum collections, a lot of them had articulated eyes that when they get older dry out and just roll back in their heads when they're
Yes.
old.
The
Yeah.
oldest of them have that happen, and it's kind of weird, Effie. You're not gonna like. I'm very tempted to have you roll like in a resolve for this. No, I'm not. I'm not.
She's creeped out though.
Yeah.
She's holding them and she's genuinely creeped out because now she's wondering if this is what a baby looks like, because she's also not entirely sure what a baby human looks like, because she's been trying to imagine a very small Javier, but no, she's been explained that the proportions are different. It's like a human but not. Like myself, Andalites, like giraffes, we come out looking like the adults but tiny.
Yeah.
My proportions when I was born are the same as my proportions now, just small. The thought of someone having a head that is a quarter of the size of their body. Are you fucking kidding me? A head so big you can't even hold it up. You just doing this? Are you kidding me? They can't even run. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just holding these things in horror. I'm hoping that the real one is not as creepy as this, and also maybe less squishy, because I'm a little upset about how squishy these ragdoll bodies are. So I'm watching them dimple under my hands, and now I'm anxious that a real baby will dimple like this.
Well, speaking of real babies, luckily, Tony, you were able to keep up uh, with with the car as it leaves. It's not driving very fast, and she makes the correct turn. She has her food, her groceries, and her car seat, and in her car, and she pulls into her driveway and starts to ungather things. What are you doing?
We're home, everybody. She's. It should be just a few minutes. I'm going to find a. Shoot. I have to wait till they open the door. I'm going to. I need to look for how everyone else jumped inside because I need to find a
There's an
place I
open
can
window in the
demorph.
back that you, in the back room that
Yep.
you know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to have to fly in and go demorph
Cool.
because
You
I need to refresh that clock.
Yep. In the middle of your morphing is when she is going to enter. She doesn't see you. Everybody is in a position, and she has the car seat on in front of the door, and she unlocks her door, sort of pushes it open, pulls the car seat, and she sees the broken doll on the ground, and there is this sigh.
Oh,
Princess. And she goes and puts the car seat in the baby. The baby is sleeping, just snoozing away, having a good little nap. Puts it on behind the couch, not on top of the couch, behind the couch, and goes into the kitchen to put her her grocery bag. She has a brown bag that she goes to put on the table, and I think that's when she sees two Andalites just there, and she stops and looks at the both of you.
I want to raise my tail up and just please come quietly, or we and our Hork-Bajir friend will have to take you by force. I'm sure your baby would prefer quiet.
She reaches into her purse and pulls out a Drake and bean to shoot you.
I'm diving for her.
Yeah.
Go. Time to fight.
Mm-hmm. It's
Hey,
going to be a defense roll on Javier's
Yep.
on Javier's sake.
Look, it felt like the moral thing was to offer her the choice. I
Mm-hmm.
considered just hitting her, but I feel like Riley would have preferred maybe nice. And I'm doing body, right?
Yes, body.
Last one. All right, that's 4, and 5.
All right, so you take one stress from that defense, and you're able to sort of like dodge out of the way, and the consequence is it's right into the kitchen table, and your full body just sort of like tips that table like over. And that table was between the two of y'all as it was standing. Now it's on its side, and there are big wooden legs sticking out of it. We are now on the heroes' turns. What are y'all doing?
Riley is pissed
Mm-hmm.
because Javier is hurt. She's not. I just want to knock her out.
Mm-hmm.
I am a very large lizard, diving at her. Just want to knock her out.
Okay. Roll something for it. Do you know how to knock somebody out?
Skirmish?
Skirmish? You can do skirmish. Yeah.
Yeah. What was your question?
Do you know how to knock somebody out?
I mean, I've seen
Without killing
movies.
them.
It's like
you seen it in the movie.
without. I don't know. I have never been.
We'll see how the dice rolls.
I have been the Hork-Bajir mixed with other morphs. I have never been the Hork-Bajir by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, aim for the legs at least.
The last time we did this, it went great. So
Don't aim for the head. That's not.
4.
It's a 4. Okay, so it's a success with consequences. you go and tackle her to the ground. As you tackle her to the ground, the Draco Beam flies out of her hand, and she hits her head on the corner of the table. And there is and you see underneath her hijab she starts to bleed out. She is knocked out. You do succeed. But she is bleeding, and if you know anything about head wounds, they bleed a lot. Sort of thing. I would also like to point out that the door was not left open. She did close it after she put her baby down. But the noise does begin to stir the baby. Sort of thing. There, Tony and Effie and Javi, because Javi didn't have his turn. He just had his defense. What are y'all going to do?
I mean, she's bleeding. I'm trying to mix my own knowledges with the Javier's knowledges.
Mm-hmm.
Is the injury from the front or the back of the head?
It's at the temple. Yeah.
Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's actually somewhat good news. There's actually a lower concussion rate from that angle than head on. And a lot of blood from there does not mean a deep wound. That's a very vascular location. Sure. Okay. In that case, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to start picking her up to okay, no. All right, she's unconscious. I'm gonna go get the car and bring it around back to put her in the car. I'm gonna take another minute or two to
Yeah,
morph into
she's
one of
not
my
known.
incognito humans.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You know where her purse was because she pulled a gun out. Like
Another gun for our ammunition.
there's another thing.
Also, you could drive her car out too, Avi. It would be a little less strange.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be perfect.
It is it's in a garage, so you don't even have to. It's better that it's in a garage. I think it's not an open. The garage door is open. She didn't close it yet, but her car is in a garage. And there's like a little, a side door that goes into the garage, so it is there.
Perfect. Yeah. Open everything up. I want to, before putting her in there, inspect the car, make sure there's nothing.
Yeah, go ahead
Nothing
and
obvious
roll
tracker.
something to inspect.
You got it.
I'm assuming you're doing what are you rolling exactly? Sorry, I need to know.
I mean, the only thing that really makes sense is survey,
Yeah.
because like I'm
survey.
looking at the
Mm-hmm.
that's a 4 and a 2.
Standard. With 4, success with small consequences, you do. You are looking in there, and there is no surveillance equipment from what you can tell inside of the car as far as like the cab goes. She didn't bring her diaper bag in. But the diaper bag is there, and you do find the diaper bag, which also has, just to reveal this to make it so much worse for y'all, with her breast pump, because she feeds her baby with her breast milk. That's $2.05
Okay.
in her car. She didn't make her second trip yet.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just anything that I find that isn't. I'm gonna basically dump everything out and keep only the essentials. Anything electronic, ditching it. I don't trust it. Diapers are fine. We are gonna bring a baby. We should probably have those. Um, if it has a battery, I'm not trusting it.
Fair. Works fine with me. Cool. Tony and Effie, what are y'all gonna do to assist, clean up,
So
prepare her?
I think that while Javier is going through the garage, getting things ready, Effie has wandered over to this woman and she's kind of looking over at the baby. The baby has not reached cry yet. The baby is
Yeah.
at grumbling fuss.
Mm-hmm.
She's not exactly sure what one does with a baby, but she is sure what she's supposed to do next, which is that she leans down and I'm going to overwrite my dear with this lady. Because I would like to acquire her instead of I would like to replace my deer morph with her.
Gotcha. You will have the acquire of her.
I figure we should probably have at least like 2 of her.
Yeah. She is passed out, so you're able to acquire her. And I would even say, Riley, I'm assuming you're thinking of this, because Javier usually just when Effie morphs, she's just a naked Javier. And as a fellow lady here, probably like, wait. This lady needs clothes before you into the other room, please. Sort of thing, so that she is at least dressed in clothing when turning, because Tony and Javier are still there, into a person. So you are able to morph her, and I will say, for the best effect on calming this child in your morph would actually be an attune roll, because you are just sort of like tapping into human motherhood. You could also roll sway if you wish, or command, but those would be limited effects. But just because we don't get to use attune a lot, I would say that attune would give you the best effects.
All right. My attune and my sway are the same anyway, so let's go ahead. Give that a little bloop. Are you fucking me? Okay, so I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Oh man, so the 3.
So I might look like mom, but I don't smell like mom, and I don't hold the baby
up.
right.
Yeah, this kid, something is up. It's not that you don't look or smell like mom. You are not the issue of why this baby starts to cry. You look and smell like mom. That's fine. But you smell it before you realize what's happening. That baby needs her diaper changed.
You know, you say I smell it and I know what happened, but I don't. And like, babies don't wear diapers. I literally have no idea what's happening. It's not like Riley and Javier.
No.
And totally invite me to go on poops with them. I understand that they probably poop. I'm not entirely sure how it's done. It seems like an impolite thing to ask. So I'm holding this baby, and this baby is making noises. Oh, the noises this thing is making, and I'm holding it awkwardly. Oh, I'm not holding this baby right. His poor little head just kind of like sideways. He's like, ah. And I'm holding him a little bit sideways, trying to straighten his head out because I don't understand how loose necks work. And it's just the smell. This smell it's stinchy, it's overwhelming, it's swampy and sweet, and it's terrible. And more importantly, Andalites don't understand the concept of a blowout. So I don't know what's happening or why the clothes on this baby don't have the same texture on the top and as the bottom. And I'm just standing here holding this shitty baby. No idea what to do with a baby or shit.
Tony.
I'm just looking at everybody. Horror.
Lovely.
Anybody want to help Effie out here? There's a crying, stanky baby.
Yep.
There is something wrong with it.
Uh-huh. Oh shit, I haven't transformed to something else yet. That means
Were
I
you
actually have to
demorphed?
use words.
Yeah.
Yes.
She is knocked out. She's currently unconscious. You don't know for how long. She is currently unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
And there's crying stinky baby. Crying
Yep.
stinky baby.
The fun part is I can't thought speak, so I'm going to have to say it sounds like maybe they need changing. And I'm probably in
Okay.
the bathroom, so we'll look to see if there's diapers somewhere in or around here. Because I
Well,
cannot thought speak to ask and
No, look,
realize where they are.
you have yelled, it sounds like they need changing. So now I'm holding this sticky ass baby going, change, baby. And I'm waiting
Amazing.
and it's not I change. It's not changing
yeah,
into anything. This is still a baby and it's still squishy and smells bad.
yeah.
Tony, it is not changing into anything. It is squishy and it stinks.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Riley, can you have her bring it here? I probably shouldn't walk around looking like a robber. Although I guess everyone else, whatever.
I mean,
I
there's
will come
andalites and
out.
a dog.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, no, I
like,
I
And a
realized
whole
that.
Hork-Bajir.
and a
So
Hork-Bajir,
You're the
yeah.
only one with human fingers who knows how to use them.
at the moment, indeed. Does anyone know
Dimitri's
where the
like, Tony, you ever
diapers
changed a
are?
diaper before?
No.
Like,
I got some
okay.
diapers over here, and I'll toss one through the hallway.
The dog catches it in midair. Like, well, actually, you have like the diaper bag, and like Dog Mitri trots over and like picks it up like a good boy, and like the whole diaper bag, and like brings it over,
Oh,
like
lovely.
trots by, and it's like, follow me, Effie. Like, and Tony, you can get an assist if you want to change this baby's diaper. I'm not actually gonna have my only role is to see if you get any on you, but I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
able to change the baby. It takes a bit and clean the baby. You know
Yep.
how to clean him. He's fine. Like Dog Mitri's like, I've got so many little cousins. It's fine. I will tell you how to change this baby.
Okay.
It's like, okay, is it a boy or a girl? Because you want to make sure you don't give her a UTI, and like, sort of thing. And you're able to change this baby. My role here is to see if you can calm the baby after the change, because she's,
Yeah.
having,
Oh yeah.
yeah, she's having a time.
So that would be consort or sway. We'll go sway.
Yeah, go ahead and try to sway this baby. While you literally sway this baby.
Yep. Everything Tony has any idea about for babies is from movies, so super stereotypical.
Make
Ooh,
sure
a
you
6 and a
support her
2.
head. Don't let it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. You rolled
But
a
a
6.
6.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're able to calm this baby down and kind of like lays, head on your shoulder and just a little gurgle. She's not crying. She's still a little fussy, but she's not crying.
Mm-hmm.
So, at this time, we'll say that you hear a moan from Amelia. She might be starting to come to. Everybody who's in Morph, tick a clock. And I'm actually... she rolls over on her back. Riley, you were there. And she opens her eyes to look up at you. And goes, do it, Andalite.
Sorry, what did she say?
Do it, Andalite.
Well, if she thinks I'm an Andalite, then I will thought. Andalites usually thought speak, right?
Oh,
Yeah, because they don't have
all the
mouths.
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah. So I will thought speak. Back to her. Just come with us. We do not have to shed any more blood today.
No. I will not
Right.
be a prisoner of war.
I don't think you really have a choice in the matter.
She glances over. You see her eyes sort of shift. Nobody's actually picked up the Draken beam. It's still there.
I thought I said I'd
I
grab.
thought you said you did. It's almost like she is looking for it. But you definitely see her scanning the room for something to use. You're a Hork-Bajir, so the idea of her fighting you does not seem plausible. And she looks at her kitchen with her kitchen set, and she is going to make a dash towards it, and I need you to roll to stop her. It would be a defense roll in the same sense. You can do something different, or you can, because you are trying to stop her physically with your body, but if you want to do a resolve, I will also let a resolve defense roll happen as well to see if you or an insight, kind of depending. I will let you do either one, whichever one you want.
Yeah.
It's just a different result.
I know what I would like to do. 'Cause she's going for the knives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a body defense. I'm gonna let her stab me and kind of block her in at the counter.
I would like to be very clear about something.
Okay.
If you let her grab the knives, and I'll let you know this, you notice she's not going to stab you.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Then I am bodying her, holding her down.
To wrestle out of her. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm fairly large as a Hork-Bajir, so I'm just kind of using that sheer size.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of ones and a 6.
Oh my god. Luckily you succeed and you grab onto her wrist and squeeze it hard enough to where she, hi Bolt! Thank you for the sub. Oh, he can't hear us.
Less than 3 can't hear RN, but if you're giving out inspirations for subs, give mine to whoever needs it most.
Thanks, Bolt. I heard that in my things. She drops the knife, and you have her secured. You have her secured.
I would like to say that Effie was, she was she was sneaking out of the room. She was going to leave Tony and the dog with the baby and the stink and the squish. When she heard the "I will not be a prisoner of war," she vaguely hears the scuffling. Riley has to take this woman down, and Effie very quickly goes back into the bathroom and picks up and takes the baby from Tony
Mm-hmm.
and walks out wearing this woman's face, holding her baby, and goes, "I think you should really come with us. I don't know very much about human babies at all."
For the sake of my host. But you won't get anything out of me. This does not conclude the mission because you still have to get her to your hideout.
From the garage, can I come back in with like rope or extension cords or something to tie her up?
You can find rope. Yep, you can find rope
Perfect.
in the garage. There's rope.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put her in the trunk and get her to the transfer car.
All right.
Yeah.
I am going to have you guys. We're gonna do what there are to get her from her house to your hideout. We're actually gonna do a group roll for this, I think. Just because, like, everyone is gonna contribute to this roll essentially. So just to remind the mechanics on group rolls, it's great. I'm using a little bit more mechanics because I have to run another Blades in the Dark skin later this month where the mechanics actually matter. So it's like I'm gonna make sure y'all are my guinea pigs at this point. So group rolls, where they're hiding from me, right here. Group. Trying to look and see if it's on the cheat sheet. Action roll, resistant rolls, gather information. Teamwork. Okay. No, that's teamwork. We don't want teamwork. Because that is... Yep, lead a group. Each team member makes an action roll, counting the best result. And the leader takes 1 stress from each 1 to 3 result. So, everybody in the group picks an action. And we'll roll that action. Y'all have to pick who a leader is first. Who's leading the group in this. Essentially, this action to... for her to not do the latch on the car. Like, to get her from point A to point B safely. Sort of thing. And to the hideout. So... Who is leading this operation? Arnica's like,
I don't have...
no.
I don't have a whole lot of stress. I can handle whatever results come out.
Okay. So I'm assuming because you're leading, you're gonna drive her car.
I think Arnica should drive the car because she's her.
Fair.
Navigate.
What was that?
I said you could be the navigator. Since Arnica doesn't know probably the roads.
Yeah, but that's exactly. I can have a bunch of small animals sitting in the car below window height.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine, just cute little bird Tony buckled up next to 2 little mice. Y'all just buckled up in the front seat. Don't no one know. Baby in the car and the cat carrier in the back seat. This looks very normal. This is fine.
I was thinking of being in the trunk with her to make sure she can't escape.
That was my thought. I was gonna be Jaguar in the trunk.
A Jaguar
I don't know if there's
the
Jaguar.
A Jaguar in the Jaguar. That's amazing.
I think that's funnier than just me being in a trunk. So please, if you want to be a Jaguar in the trunk, please do.
Okay.
In that case, yes, I will navigate.
Okay, you'll be navigator. You'll be driver. Tony, what is your... Everyone's still going to have to do their roles. Tony,
I was planning to actually be a bird outside the car and make sure that, someone doesn't somehow...
Cool, you're a scout.
Yeah.
Dog Mitri is actually going to stay behind at the house to keep lookout there. Y'all do have your ability. Mm-hmm. So if someone shows up at the house, you will know. He is going to stay there with y'all. All right. So, what is everybody's roles then? Because I know, make your roles depending on what skill you're using. Well, with Arnica, you'd be rolling finesse because you are driving. I don't know what you're picking for your extra for her. I would assume it might be a tune just so you can be better with your baby. But
yeah.
But you would roll finesse for driving. For sure. Javier, what are you rolling as navigator?
command to shout out at Effie where to go.
All right, command sounds good. Tony, what are you rolling?
Survey.
Survey. All right, perfect. And Riley, what are you rolling?
I was thinking as Trunk Cat, I would roll finesse to
Trunk
kind
Cat.
of keep her subdued without hurting her.
Just like you're just gonna be a big cat, like laying down on her.
Mhm.
Like,
She's gonna wake up and it's just gonna be the two golden eyes staring at her in the dark.
Yeah, she is still awake, but she hasn't passed out when y'all tied her up, sort of, and gagged her essentially. But all right, everybody, go ahead and make your rolls if you have, and we'll take the highest and anything between a 1 and for every 1 in 3 rolls.
Mhm.
It is.
Oh,
a
of
stress.
course.
Yeah.
I don't have that many dice, so it's fine. But it was 1, 2. Wait, no.
What's the highest?
The highest was actually only a 3.
Okay.
So
it's each result.
going to be
1 to 3
okay.
result, not
Yeah.
each
Okay.
dice.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. So you take a stress already from Tony. And as far as go ahead, Riley. What is your roll?
I rolled 4 dice and my highest was a 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Effie.
Okay, but what if?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
God.
take the stress. Got it.
Oh my god, we're both gonna take stress. I rolled 2 dice. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Take another
Got it.
stress. And
I
Javier,
swear to God, if I get fucking pulled over.
Javier, what was your?
Oh. On the plus
I
side,
got a
we
1 in.
have her license.
Yeah, it's in her wallet.
Yeah, we
in
have
her purse.
we have all our
Yeah.
stuff. I got a 1 and a 5, so
You got a 5, so it's still minor consequences. The 5 is the highest. Success with the consequence. And I will think on that. Y'all can all just talk amongst yourselves, have maybe a little role play moment. Because I just have to pee. I got a tinkle, so we will be right back. I will be right back.
I think like as we're driving, because we should definitely leave this car somewhere that we can get to later, but not in our hideout. No chance in hell. We're taking this car back to our hideout.
I feel
And
like
I think he while telling giving directions, he just looks over to Effie and just asks, do you have any experience interrogating Yerks?
So Effie is not doing a great job driving this Jaguar. I just want everyone to know everyone else's cars are automatic, and this car is a fancy car. It's a nice car. It's a fucking standard. Um, I'm just gonna let everyone know right now that's where my 1 and my 2 are sitting at. I'm grinding the gears in her goddamn Jaguar. And so I'm sitting there and I look just white knuckling this thing. This does not drive like Riley's car. He's like, no, we don't interrogate Yerks, we destroy Yerks. I have some small experience destroying Yerks. Very small ones.
Okay. Well, we don't really need the Yerk, ultimately. Worst case scenario, it dies before we can get any information, and I can turn into a Yerk and get her memories from her that way. Tony, do you see anyone following? Do you see anything suspicious?
Not that I can tell. It doesn't seem like any cars are following you or anything like that.
Okay. And Riley, can you hear me? Are you okay back there?
I can hear you. We're fine. This is going to be a long 3 days if we have to
Mm-hmm.
protect her as well.
Mm.
Okay. Y'all are cruising along. Y'all make it out of the city. The sun is starting to set this afternoon, this Sunday afternoon, and everything seems fine. You can pass by a cop and you check your speedometer. Everything's fine. You get through the speed traps, and then you hear poof. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
You
yeah.
flat.
Oh,
The good news is that you're not in civilization. You're practically you're not very far. The woods are there, but there is still a flat. And guess where the spare's kept?
Under the
Right
trunk
in the
cat.
trunk.
Yes, it's underneath the Jaguar.
Well, we're pretty close. Uh, why don't we why don't we push this into the woods, put it in neutral, we'll just push, uh, and then just carry her from here. We don't want this vehicle in our hideout anyways. It's too dangerous.
okay. Um, in fact, what if we wreck the car? What if we don't just push it off the road? What if we buy ourselves a little bit of time with a blown out tire
Mm-hmm.
and a car just kind of, like, I hate to ask this of Riley, but Hork-Bajirs are pretty freaking sturdy, right? Like, I could crash a car into a tree going 35 and we just have to help Riley home with a couple limps, kind of sturdy. Like, how sturdy are Hork-Bajirs? Could Riley crash this car for us?
Theoretically, because I could just heal as long as I don't die, straight out die. I could
I
heal.
mean, don't do 60. Do
Uh,
35.
I'd rather Riley not do that.
I know you'd rather Riley
Actually,
not do that, but it's a great plan.
Did
It's a
we
We're
great plan.
running out
It
of
will buy us our
options.
3 days.
did we bust the front or the back tire?
Back.
Okay. We could also just flip it pretty hard off the road.
I can do that. Uh, yeah. I mean, if we want to get rid of the car, uh, we can flip it. No one has to be in danger of looking taffy crashing to death.
Effie's just looking at you. She, at this point, we're all out the car. She's holding the baby. She's kind of figured out that you're supposed to put the head here.
You
She's
have one of the car seats too, so you don't have to carry
Yep.
the baby.
Oh, good. That's
Yeah.
even better.
Yep.
She's holding the baby out like this at a distance, but
Yeah.
she's jiggling it just because the brain is telling her jiggle the baby.
You're kind of swaying like back and forth like this, like a rocking motion.
All right, awkward.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Cool. So you want to flip the car into the ditch is what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Transform into our big boys and. How many gorillas does it take to flip a car?
One.
Yeah.
I figured as much.
It takes one. Now, you're not in civilization, like, as far as, like, a city goes, but this still is a highway that y'all are on and pulled over on the side of. Y'all have not made,
so we want to get out as
turn.
fast as possible.
The woods is there, so there are going to be the possibility of lights and things like that. So I almost feel like to kind of do this without getting caught is also another group roll.
I could agree.
So who would like to lead this role?
I don't mind taking it again. I don't mind taking a lot of stress.
You got it again. Okay.
Okay.
And what is everybody doing to assist with covering Javier, with making sure that homegirl doesn't run off?
Yeah, I'm covering her, keeping her corralled.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I am standing in front of her, still holding. Effie's job is to make sure that at no point she takes her. Every time she's out, she can see that an Andalite has the baby. That's
Are
my
you in?
job,
Yeah,
is to
so you're
very
her.
carefully.
Yeah, morphed as her.
I'm still, yeah, I'm still morphed into her. Like that. That's enough of a threat. I look
Mm-hmm.
like you, and I'm holding your baby.
Gotcha. And weirdly enough, the Yerk does seem to actually care about this child. It's very strange. I
Mhm.
think that's gonna be some sort of to hide or to keep her. So are you like hiding her with your body, or are you using her baby as a threat?
I'm
Like,
using I'm using her baby as a threat. I would say that maybe it's a command
yeah, that sounds
because
like I will be fine with that. Riley, what are you rolling?
I'm kind of keeping her in the tree line, keeping her corralled.
Mm-hmm.
Finesse, I'm thinking, in case I have to like pounce on her or anything like that without like killing her.
Yes, for sure. And you're just a normal jaguar, not a Hork-Bajir jaguar.
Yes, I'm just
Gotcha.
just a normal
And
jack.
what's great is you are black. You are hiding.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, which, by the way, I don't know if y'all know this, but black panthers are a Louisiana cryptid. Everyone is convinced that there are jaguars in the Louisiana swamps.
Because
Like,
of Riley.
because of yeah, she just reinforces it. So it's all right. And Tony, what are you gonna roll?
Uh, I am going to the words. I'm gonna have to do survey again because I need to
You're keeping the
give
eye out.
Javier a head up if lights and slash
Gotcha.
car starts going down the highway.
And Javier, I'm assuming you were turned into a gorilla
I'm
and
gonna
flipping cars.
I'm gonna wreck it, yeah.
Yeah,
Um
cool.
also I want to take my meaty paws and just groove out two big dirt pat lines so that it looks like they actually off the road.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just for a little bit more believability.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Cool. Everybody, do your rolls and let's see how this goes.
I got a 5.
Nice. Another five. Two
I got a.
fives.
I also got a 6.
And you got a six.
Yeah.
And what did you get, Riley?
A 6.
A six. All right, wonderful. So you don't take any stress from this. This is successful. You are able to flip
Thank you,
the
guys.
jaguar into the ditch, um, and lead her into the forest. Now, it does take some time for y'all to get to hike through the woods. It's probably about a mile or so hike through the woods. Everybody who's morphed mark a tick, because it takes about 30 minutes to hike in the forest. Luckily, it is warm, but y'all are able to avoid the snakes. Um, and you're able to sort of get out of there before somebody realizes that there is a flipped car. And you even see in the forest like lights pulling in to see what's going on, but y'all are able to not be found. And get back to your hideout. Once at your hideout, how are y'all? And I think this is going to be the last sort of thing. I will even say your mission is now complete. She is here, and she is trapped. And the next couple minutes is just y'all doing what you gotta do.
Mm.
Mission complete. I'll put it to you that way. Once you're at your hideout.
Okay. So like as soon as we cleared the highway, as soon as we got really good and solid in the trees, Effie morphed back to her normal state because carry if you have ever carried a baby carrier for 30 minutes, you know that they are terribly built. Yeah, baby in a car seat, cool. It's great for about 5 minutes. And after that, it just throws you all off balance. It's almost like human beings aren't designed to carry their babies in a 10-pound piece of plastic at the full extension of their arm. Um, so she turns back into herself. So at least she has some balance 4 solid feet underneath her, but she's still holding the baby like at full extension, like this ahead of her as she trots.
Mhm.
And as soon as we get home, it's one of those, like, she puts the baby down. She just puts the baby down in the corner. I don't know what else you're supposed to do with it. She just sets it down in the corner so that everybody comes in, is just looking at it and looking at the woman and looking at everyone else. And that is exactly what she does. She sets the baby down. She goes, well, now what do we do with it?
Well, preferably keep it alive. Um,
There's no reason to keep the baby from her. She seems to care for it.
Um,
that might be a
and Effie
reason
very
to keep her apart.
coldly, yeah, Effie very coldly picks the baby up and goes, that seems like a very good reason to keep them apart. I wonder, will you be compliant if you're only allowed to, if, will you be more compliant if you have the baby or if you have to earn the baby?
She doesn't say
I agree.
anything.
Uh, let's get her set up in a room for interrogation. See if we can get something out of her.
Riley doesn't say anything, but her fur is bristled.
You are able to keep her tied up, and there is, of course, like the old couch. There's also an old recliner and a couple old, like, dining chairs in your little hideout that y'all have, like, collected from junkyards and stuff like that you're able to just, like, sit her on.
Dining chair, no comfort.
Yep, tied to the dining chair.
Exactly. Effie and Javier are bad combo when it comes to
Yeah.
war crimes.
We have an understanding, and that understanding is we're gonna save the world.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
I think Tony leaves the room. This is more.
Tony can be on baby duty too, so if he wants.
Yeah, I mean, not really,
Not
but
really.
probably
You
better.
can keep the baby in that room if you want. It's up to y'all. What do you want to do with that baby?
I think I kind of want to put it on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a coffee table, not like a dining table, but there's a coffee table that y'all found. Mm-hmm.
And while she's tied down, I just want to sit across from her and explain.
As a gorilla?
No.
I'm asking. Because I do want to see a very pensive gorilla just sitting, like Georgia the Jungle style. Sorry.
I do like
Mighty
that.
Joe.
I do think that's very funny.
Just waving the Draco beam around.
As a gorilla.
Casually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I'll go into my the face that's known as a terrorist.
Oh.
She's Muslim. I'm gonna kind of end that. Please don't use the two words. Like,
The
just,
criminal,
like
the zookeeper.
Your are you talking about the mixture, the mom mix?
Yeah, the one who got like in trouble for attacking a public place with animals.
That's okay. Yeah, we can
The
do that.
zookeeper.
So go ahead, and I'm assuming you're gonna do this like outside of the room before you come back in. And kind of looks at you as you sit down. Interesting choice to interrogate me as a human.
It seems better to be on an equal playing field.
Maybe you should also have restraints around your limbs. I think that would be truly equal.
I'm restrained by many, many more things.
Mm.
For example, we have allies who would rather not do things that I'm willing to do. And I want to just kind of turn her chair towards the baby. I don't need you or the baby. I just need information.
And at that, she doesn't say anything. And I think that is a good place for us to stop. Doing an entire interrogation in like 5 minutes doesn't sound appropriate or good. I also have to like mentally prepare myself to be a prisoner of war. So like, so we will stop there to look at our character sheets and see if we did any leveling up. Let us go first to our crew sheet, the headhunters, for our questions there. Were we successful in eliminating key members of Yerk forces, do harm to a Visser, or eliminate the usefulness of specific controller to the Yerk invasion? I would say currently yes. I'll give you 1, not 2 for it, just because you have her captive now doesn't mean she's going to stay a captive. But currently I say yes. So go ahead and take 1 for that. I'll let y'all go ahead and mark it yourselves. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? I would say that kidnapping her is right at the level of your station. Y'all did a fantastic job. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? You did not. Did you express the goals, drives, and inner conflicts that are essential to the nature of the crew? Yes, absolutely. Definitely doing your best to keep her alive, but also there's a little inner conflict there, especially with Javier talking about that. So I will actually give you 2 for that one because I feel like there's a lot going on there. So you get 3 total for your crew sheet. All right, we're actually gonna go backwards in this first and start with our Andalite friend, Effie. No desperate roles. Did you tackle a challenge that follows the mandate of the Andalite people or your personal oaths?
No.
Not today.
Nope.
Nope, not today. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, and background?
No.
No. Time out. There was a lot of pride in not wanting to be lost.
True.
And you also do not know how to hold a baby. Which I think is definitely part of your Andalite heritage.
I'll take that. All right.
Yeah. You get
good, because I'm like, wow, I got no points today.
You get 2, okay? But you did not struggle with your virtues or traumas during this session. You did not. Your trauma specifically is paranoid about drowning, so I think you're okay in that manner. All right. So you get a total of 2 this time around. Cool. Tony.
Yay.
Did you tackle a challenge head on with righteous violence or fury?
I weirdly was a scout this time, so no.
You did wreck a squirrel nest.
Well, I did break a squirrel nest. That's true. That was violent, I suppose.
You were violent to you didn't succeed in murdering baby squirrels, but you were violent to their home. So I'll give you 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background at any point?
Yes, trying to take care of the baby, but having no idea beyond, oh, this baby has pooped itself.
Background as a human with hands.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you
And
that.
also not having a big family of that sort.
That is true. Your sister is not old enough for you to have changed your diaper. Young enough to have changed your diapers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give you 1 for that as well. But I don't think you struggled with your haunting this time.
No.
In fact, you did pretty well, despite the fact there were 2 Andalites in the room with you. You're getting pretty good at that.
Well, it probably, if one wasn't Effie, it would be a bigger issue.
Yeah. Technically, they were both Effie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you get 2 total. Javier, did you tackle a challenge that keeps the group united and active against your foes?
No, like I was
You
trying to play.
led 2 group roles.
I mean, yeah, I thought.
That's
Okay,
pretty
I'll take
princely.
that.
That's pretty princely. I will say, like, actively saying I am in charge for both of those things. I would say, would at least count for like 1.5. Like, um, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
When at the very end with the interrogation, just letting them know, hey, I don't mind killing you.
You don't
Uh,
mind killing you. Yeah, you get 1.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say a second one, Riley is often in charge, and Javier, especially at the end, like seized control of that and pushed Riley out of that position of power.
You really did. You also, well, it wasn't you. It was actually Riley with that one thing. I would also say you even rushed in to help Riley as soon as you knew that somebody else was in. That cat was left in that cage, by the way. Luckily, luckily, Dogmetry is there to feed the cat.
Forgot about the cat.
um, it's fine. So
Did we get the cat out of the car before we flipped the car?
it was still at the house. Y'all didn't take it with you.
Okay.
It's still at the house. Dogmetry.
Okay. All of a sudden, I felt really bad. I've been pretending to threaten infants for like half an hour, and all of a sudden, I feel bad that I might have left the pretend cat in a pretend car.
Flashback. Cat's not in the car. It's okay. So you, I'm gonna give you 3 total. Did you struggle with being reckless? I don't think you struggled with it. I think you, there was no struggle tonight. So I'm gonna give you 3. For your
Fair.
experience. Riley, did you tackle a challenge with clever morphing or empathy? A lot. Twice. You get at least 2. You did the clever morphing with the Hork-Bajir and the clever morphing with the Jaguar inside. Absolutely. Your beliefs, drives, heritage, and background. I definitely want to give you 1 for being upset that Javier was hurt from was shot at, because you did say
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset because of Javier's getting hurt. So I'll give you 1 for that. Do you have another one that you want to add?
Riley trying to stand up to Javier and Effie at the end.
Yeah, you did try. Go ahead and take another one for that one. So you got 4.
Awesome.
Yeah, you got 4, and I think with that is all of you guys. Thank you everyone for coming and showing up. We will, if the stars align correctly, be back next week for episode 5, and see what's going on with, also didn't calculate y'all heat. Y'all do have a little bit of heat because of, the flipped car. Because it's like, and obviously that car can be recognized and stuff like that. So the car is flipped, so y'all are going to take 2 heat for that. Not a lot, but still have some heat going on for it. So, once again, everybody, thank you for coming and showing up. As far as, this is currently the only thing going on the channel for the next couple of weeks. But I will be returning. We're going to return next month. Next month is August. Yes, we're going to return next month. On Saturdays, our Dragon Age game is coming back for the final season of In Darkness Unbroken. Our friend Torin will be filling in that 4th slot since Alex is not able to play with us anymore to finish off the season, and it's going to be pretty exciting, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Also, there is an application up for a game that I'm running over on Girls Run These Worlds. I'll be running some Girl by Moonlight in Fantasy Vancouver, and if you are a fan of this channel, Fantasy Vancouver has been a thing that's happened. So with 3 of us here, like, kind of thing. And I'm very excited. I have a really nice plot, a little darker, a lot of Persona inspired for this game. So if you're interested, check out the Girls Run This World Twitter or Discord if you're in it. And there should be, even on my own Discord, there should be a link to the application there. Always put your name in the hat even if you don't think you're gonna get it, because then people will see your name. We add you to Twitter, and you get eyes on you, and getting eyes on you is important. And we always need backups. So go ahead and join my Discord, follow me on Twitter, all that other stuff. Everybody else, backwards to forwards. Where can we find you on the internet? What you doing in the next 7 days, or what you got going on? What's happening? Arnica, you're up.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Arnica. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Hive, Blue Sky, just about anywhere you can crack your little tweeting fingers and write the words Arnica X Ross. Right now, this is what I'm doing. You can find me on Fridays here because I'm taking my time. I am pre-recording on Saturdays, on Sundays, my very first D&D game. It should be coming out soon over on Vancouver by Night. Uh, it will be exciting, but it's not out yet, so don't worry about it. You'll know it when it hits. But that's me. I'm not doing anything. I'm taking the summer off because I'm hot. I'm melting. I'm gonna die. I might get naked before we even get out the green room. I don't know. But if I don't melt, I'll see y'all next Friday.
I'm Nilsson. I don't really use my Twitter much anymore. I have a Blue Sky, which I should use more often, and am not doing anything exciting right now. At least not for public.
And I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG streamer, producer, and podcaster. You can find me on Twitter at Archival Dust Bun and everywhere else, including Instagram and Blue Sky at Archival Dust Bunny. As usual, I'm kind of all over the place. Check out U-Force Inheritance, our masked actual play that has been going on for, I think we're coming up on 2 years now. Over on Thorny Dryad's channel, lots of teen romance, drama, and trauma. So if you enjoy this show, you'll probably like that one too in superhero form. Check that out. Once a month on Sundays, we just released an episode this last Sunday. And of course, all of our episodes are available up on Thorny Dryad's Twitch. Thursday nights, you can find me over on Classical Liza's channel with From the Library, our ongoing Monster Care Squad campaign. It is the longest running Monster Care Squad campaign, and we plan to keep it going. If you're not familiar with the system, we're a bunch of monster vets, and we go out and heal monsters. We just came back from space, and we're just about to start a brand new arc, so it is a great time to jump in this next Thursday. And of course, if you like magical girls and queer narratives and stories about grief and how it affects you and those around you, check out Bloom and Blight, our Girl by Moonlight actual play podcast. We feature very short episodes, 45 minutes to an hour each. It's tightly edited, full soundscapes with music and sound effects. And it's really just an easy listen, and it's really fun narratively. We have a great cast of characters and players over there for that. You can find us anywhere you normally get your podcast and on social media at Bloom and Blight. And of course, for cast and character information, setting information, transcripts for the episode, and a link to our community Discord server, check out bloomandblight.com. And if you're going to be at any upcoming cons, keep an eye out for our cast because we will have some swag that we are giving out. And if you're in the Twin Cities, we have some physical merch for free in some of the game stores here, and those will be expanding out to a few other cities as well. So keep an eye out for that as well if you're in the area.
And yeah, I'm Ollie. You can find me on the internet as Lycus D Stratus, and on Twitter and other places as at Cryptid Delta. And yeah, other than this, on Saturdays, every other Saturday, so next week Saturday, I'll be playing Lycus D Stratus, my namesake character, in a pirate Pathfinder game. I just saw a sexy redhead in the middle of a fight, so I jumped off my ship to say hello. It's gonna end great.
That's never a problem.
We have a flying ship, and I'm a monk, so I just leap at every time.
You're a monk. You're fine.
Yeah, that's my go-to is bye guys.
Bye, guys.
I don't have a way to get back up, but who cares? Anyway,
Right.
yeah. So come check that out. I am the captain of that. He's a much better leader than Javier, so it goes better. So yeah, thank you.
Okay. And with that, we're going to bid y'all adieu while rating our friends over at Final Show Films, playing some Pokemon Aftershocks. Please give them a lot of love. John is a friend of the channel, one of my good friends, so I always like to support them when I can. But yeah, we will see y'all next week. Bye. Wave. See y'all the fuck later. We love you. It's a great time.